Hello and welcome to Candidates on the Clock, hosted by the Newton Chamber of Commerce, sponsored by DualDeco Search Engine Marketing and Onyx Media Services. I'm your host, Lanier Sims. Today we're joined by Tiijon DaCosta, who's running for Commissioner, District 5. Could you take a moment and please introduce yourself, outlining your background and your experience? Additionally, could you share your platform for a county commissioner and explain to the citizens why you're running for office?
Thank you so much. My name is Tiijon DaCosta. I have a background in sociology, which graduated from Kennesaw State University, with a pursuing master's degree in leadership. One of I am a community coach. I am also in the field of finance at my current position at DeKalb County School District, which I am able to allocate funds not only to departments, but to the employees of DeKalb County Schools. I stepped into this role based off of my experience in leadership and being able to align my personality to the business sector to be able to listen well with our constituents of their needs, right? I have 4 children. I have a wife, and my 4 children are not just academically smart, but athletically as well. And coming to Newton County was one of my primary goals was to provide more opportunities and resources for my children. And with that, and especially a peace of mind, a peace of mind. And with that, we moved down here, and I would like to use my skills, my ability to be your next commissioner for District 5.
Okay, thank you. So we're just going to jump into a few questions. So question number one, what plans do you have for improving roads, bridges, and other infrastructure in Newton County?
Thank you so much for that question. First, I would like to assess what is going on now. Without the assessment, I would not have a dynamic plan as to what is going on. But if there was a plan to where we're standing now, it was to collaborate with several departments, collaborate with the community as well, to knowing the needs of the infrastructure that is needed in our district. We have a growing population that is emerging every year. So we have to be ready for those and be proactive on those and not reactive.
Okay, thank you. Next question, in light of recent disagreement among commissioners and the necessity for a more unified approach, how do you intend to foster better relationships, find common ground, and promote unity to ensure a more effective governing body?
Thank you for that question. I currently serve on an advisory team where we are addressing concerns from our constituents and being able to provide a healthy relationship amongst our commissioners is to incorporate board retreats and learning the needs of what the Newton County needs, not personal needs. My goal is to build relationship amongst not just the residents, but the governance of Newton County, and to be able to collaborate and be respectful and hold the dignity and the integrity to be able to support what we see as a board. As I stated, I have 4 children that's looking up to me, and even at home, it's more of being respectful towards one another. That takes you a long way because you never know if you will need that person in the near future. So most importantly, the collaboration, separating the personal life, personal needs, the eyes, and incorporating that into the team's professional development amongst each other. If there's any disagreements that we have, I mean, of course we will have disagreements, but we also have to be knowledgeable enough and professional enough to be respectful for one another.
Okay, thank you. Next question, as new industries bring in a demand for housing, what are your views on zoning regulations? Also, how will you balance the need for housing with considerations such as density, location, building standards, aiming for a sustainable growth while maintaining Newton County's character?
Thank you for that. That's a really great question. Um, One thing I would do is to collaborate with our Chamber of Commerce, based off of the needs of what the taxpayers are wanting in District 5. Um, we have to understand as well that we're in a diverse community. We share diverse knowledge, and there are so many different housing that is need for different people. And one of those is our public safeties, our teachers, our nurses, our essential workers that we want them to provide services within Newton County, but most importantly, live in Newton County as well. To maintain that stability, that stability is by partnering with our community, by collaborating by the needs of what the community want. And once we get that going, then I would like to establish an advisory community meeting with our constituents by promoting live stream or in present meetings with our constituents as well.
Okay, thank you. Next question, what steps will you take to ensure the county is prepared for emergencies and natural disasters?
Education. We have to educate our community. Sometimes we often get distracted by things in life, but we're not prepared for it. Educating our community on emergencies that can occur, or the natural disasters that can occur as well. When I moved here, there was tornadoes. There was a lot of wind, and was we prepared for that? Educating the community is one of my number one priority. When you educate the community, that gives you the ability to have a safer environment, and not just a safer environment, but to also to provide the best practice to support our senior citizens in these times of needs and our youth that is coming along the way.
Okay, thank you. Our next question, as new industries move into the area creating job opportunities, what strategies will you employ to inform local residents about these jobs? Additionally, how will you collaborate with educational institutions and training programs to ensure that citizens have access to the necessary skills and training to fill these positions?
That's a great question. So I come from a background of education, and one of the strategies that I will imply is an initiative I called I Can, I Will, and I Must. Okay, that initiative, it gives the courage to our stakeholders to develop into or have access to more education that will give the skill base to perform special jobs and special needs. Additionally, I will collaborate with the Board of Education and hearing out what their needs are, seeing what will be a need not just for the educational system, but for the community. Because the environment that we live in, it's a reflection of what we're bringing into our educational system to support our teachers. And I believe that will keep and retain more educators in our district and also build a better platform so that we will be the best in the nation.
Okay, thank you. Our next question, how will you ensure that residents are engaged in that decision-making process and have their voices heard?
That's a really great question. I've created a platform, and it's called Voices of Newton County. This initiative, it gives the residents the opportunity to be able to speak freely, provide their concerns, and also provide a solution to that as well. One of the things that I have a pleasure to knowing is technology and being able to innovate it to reach our citizens. And the same way that I am campaigning for your votes, I am also will be campaigning to have your voices heard, right? So being able to hold those town hall meetings, And if there's no town hall meetings that we have during the time of needs, I will be accessible to our residents. It's more important to have accessibility to somebody that you're supporting. And even if you don't support, we still support Newton County on a one Newton County basis. We have a lot of residents that are concerned about accessibilities of our county government. And that's one of my priorities that I will bring to Newton County Commission Board.
Well, thank you, and thank you for participating in Candidates on the Clock. At this time, can you close us out with any additional information about you, your campaign, and how the voters can get in touch with you?
Thank you so much. Once again, my name is Tiijon DaCosta. I have a background in financial management. I've worked in the division of operation where I provide skills to our employees to not just know how much they're getting paid, but know how to translate that into growth and financial abilities. I have skills that will be able to look at line items on a budget and be able to allocate that based off of the needs of the community and based off the needs of our growing populations. Using my educational background from Kennesaw State University in sociology, I am able to dissect a person's needs and their characteristics, and knowing what not just the person from the top, but knowing the person from within, and being able to be one-on-one with our constituents to voice their concerns and voice their opinions. I have worked in small businesses and local government. And one of the things that I admire about Newton County is that there's a lot of local businesses that is going around. And we must be able to sustain those individuals into our neighborhoods to create the growth of our community. One thing I would do is review our policies and speak with the economic development team based off of the needs of our community, but provide best practice to our community, but not just the best practice, but to educate our constituents on their needs that is there. I am the person that you will be able to get in contact with. You can contact me on Facebook at DaCosta for Newton. That is also on Instagram as well, and email me at dacostafornewton@gmail.com. And you can check out my platform at www.dacostafornewton.com.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.